All right, what is up, you dirty motherfuckers? This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, and I'm here with my boy, CEO. We're doing this late night. You guys won't know. We're doing this late night. CEO had a hooker problem he had to take care of, but CEO, say what's up to the people.
Yeah, it was good cousin.
But week 5 picks. Now, honestly, we gotta go back and see which we were right or wrong about when we went from our week 1 of 4 and now 5 to see who's in the lead, who's picking the right game. So.
Yeah, it's true. I don't. To be honest, I don't even remember who I picked. We need to start keeping track of that next time.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna maybe this week, or maybe tomorrow when I'm bored or whatever. I'll probably go back and see who we picked. But today we start off with a great Amazon Prime matchup. CEO, the Colts and the Broncos. Denver favored to win. It's at the Broncos. Who you got?
Now this game with the Colts beating the Chiefs in the manner that they did, and Russell Wilson playing like absolute dog shit. Even though they got a winning record, he's playing like dog shit. This is probably going to be a close game.
Yeah, probably is.
But I'm going to have to go with I'll go with the Broncos to go 3-1. But it's going to be one of those teams that are like fakers that kind of look like their record is so good. The record is really good, but like all their wins is like complete garbage. So I'm going to go with Broncos.
This is week 5. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I don't feel like the Colts did anything good. I feel like they just caught the Chiefs slipping. So I mean, it is what it is. I feel like just honestly they caught the Chiefs slipping. They got a lucky one, and I'll say just Broncos are just the better overall team, so they'll win.
But it's gonna be a close game.
It's gonna be the greatest 17-10 game ever.
Jesus.
But then we start off with a good matchup at 9:30. Boy, I can't wait to watch this. I'm probably not gonna watch this game at fucking 9:30.
No, I'm not watching that.
The Giants in Green Bay in London, with the special appearance of the London Silly Nandies and Gavin. Green Bay favorite to win. Who you got?
Yeah, I got Green Bay, obviously. There's not much that needs to be said about this one. I don't think we'll have to see how the Giants react to their first loss.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they rebound by beating the Bears and looking decent in the process, or if they lose and continue to look like trash. So yeah, but I think even if they won, I think the Packers are just like one of those teams that are hard for any team in the NFL to go against. Look at even the Buccaneers struggled against the Packers, so I'm gonna have to go with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers. It's Aaron Rodgers, man.
Right.
Honestly, we can't. Aaron Rodgers. I mean, our defense is good, but if our offense can't score points, it's going to be like 14-3 at the half, and Aaron Rodgers is not. It's the regular season. Aaron Rodgers ain't giving up that shit.
Yeah,
and it's in London, so it's like it's neutral. It is what it is.
Right.
But speaking of great matches, we have the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota favorite to win. Who you got?
This is the battle of the mid. But I got the Vikings only because Justin Fields is fucking god awful. It's fucking trash. Absolutely dog wash. I think Tyler Huntley is a better quarterback at this point, so I'm going to have to go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Vikings. Honestly, just better offense. Yep. Honestly, that's really it.
Because let's be honest, if the Vikings get shit going with Justin Jefferson, Thielen, and Kirk Cousins, bro, and it's over.
Cook.
And Cook, it's over, bro. Like Bears don't have Justin Fields this nigga got like 18 completed passes in like 3 games, bro. Like this nigga's ass.
Yeah. Don't worry, it's gonna be fucking 21 after the Giants game, so
yeah, so but like the moment the Vikings get the lead, it's over for them.
Yeah, it's a fact because you can't. It's in Minnesota, it's in the dome, there's no weather to help you. So yeah, it's done for you Bears fans. Fuck you, TOP, if you're watching. But you already picked the Vikings. The Titans in Washington. Tennessee favorite to win. Who you got?
God, these are 2 trash ass teams, but obviously I got to go with the Titans because the Commanders. I know apart from the Texans, might be the worst team in the NFL right now.
That's a whole fact.
So I got to go with the Titans.
And I feel like the Texans are more entertaining to watch.
Yeah, they are.
I'm gonna go with the Titans. This is gonna be like a fucking. I don't know what type of game. This game is just so disgusting me right now.
Yeah, this is the type of game that only their fan bases watch, or nobody else.
Yeah. Which we speaking? Are you the Texans and the fucking Jacksonville? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, this is garbage. This is a garbage game. Like this is garbage right now, and this is also historically garbage. By the
In
way,
what world? You know what? I honestly feel bad for anybody who has to watch this game, like who watches football on like local TV. They actually have to watch this.
yeah, this is trash. Listen, Jacksonville's gonna win. All right,
Yeah.
because their team's just better right now, and Texans are just like they're just a team that has nobody, and with Lovie Smith as the head coach who's struggling right now and doing the best he can to get nobodies off the fucking street to be competitive in a football game. So yeah, I have to go with the Jaguars for now.
I am a big Lovey Smith fan. I feel like he deserves a job in the NFL. The simple fact that he's competitive with these fucking Texan teams,
Yeah,
but at the same time they have nobody. Davis Mills is fucking garbage. Who else do they fucking have? That did they have David Johnson's washed up ass still over there?
I have no idea, bro. Like after Davis Mills, like the rest is like fucking CFL talent at that
Like
point.
after JJ, Deshaun, and D Hop left, you guys have been irrelevant. So
Pretty much, sure.
all right, let's go to the next game between Seattle and fucking the Saints. Geno versus fucking Jameis. Wow, this is
So
all right. So we're getting to the point where the NFL is going to start getting boring as shit now.
right, because listen, historically, this would have been a great matchup, but
Yeah,
right
Russ
now,
versus Breeze. Yeah,
yeah, but right now it's absolute garbage. You have two, you have one backup and one borderline backup.
yeah, thanks.
So I'm gonna go with the Saints though because I don't trust Geno Smith, so I'm gonna just go with the Saints randomly. So
Fuck. Oh yeah. By the way, I think I picked. I forgot. I was just so disgusted, but I picked Jacksonville to win that Texans
yeah,
Jacksonville game.
yeah.
But for this game, yeah, just give me the Saints. Who cares, man? Who cares?
Yeah, this is trash. This is bona fide trash.
We got the Falcons and the Buccaneers at 1 o'clock. Who you got?
Yo, who's making these games, bro? This is trash.
I mean, bro. I mean, what do you expect, bro? It's like I mean, they're division rivals, so they have to play. No, they're not. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. But who you got?
Listen, obviously I got the Buccaneers. They played a good Packers team, so those were two great teams going at each other. One of the few good games of last week.
Yeah.
So obviously they're going to win. They're going to bounce back. And the Falcons are the Falcons. They're relevant. They're chokers. They're trash. So I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks are gonna win this game. Now, if they lose to Mahomes, I feel like they're gonna be more hungry to win this. And even if they win against Mahomes, they're gonna be wanting momentum and pile up the wins from the shit that they're fucking giving this season. And the Falcons are shit. So the Buccaneers will win this game.
Mm-hmm.
We got the Dolphins and the fucking Jets. Who you got?
All right, I would have listen. This is going to be a lot more competitive than originally thought, but yeah, because unfortunately, Tua looked like he almost died in the other game. So,
do you think Tua's coming back this year?
No, he's out for the season. In a way,
he's out.
He has to be out. The way you saw the way his hands moved, bro.
I mean,
yeah, he's out.
I think he's in good health. He's conscious. He's good. So that's a great thing.
Yeah, that's a great sign. I'm happy for him, and I'm glad that he will be able to move his extremities and be able to function like a normal human being. But as for playing football, no, the Dolphins. Even if he was ready, the Dolphins would be a fucking clown organization, which they already are, by the way. Because they let him play after they knew something was wrong with him with the Bills game, right? So, and they would also get crucified in the media if they put him back on this season. So he's out. There's no.
He has to retire.
Yeah, there's no way he's coming back. Tua needs to go the way of Alex Smith after a fatal injury, after an injury like that, bro. Just like what's his name from the Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier.
Ryan
Yeah,
Shazier.
yeah, bro, you can walk. You're fine. Get the fuck out. Don't end up in a fucking wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah,
or
man.
don't get worse CT than you probably already have. So I'm gonna have to go in this game. I have to go with the Dolph. I'm at you know what? I'm gonna go with the Jets for the upset. I, I'm
Yeah, I can
I'm
see it. I can definitely see that.
I'm gonna see Flacco's gonna get the upset. Teddy Bridgewater's gonna choke. The Dolphins are gonna be in low moral energy because of what happened to Tua, and I think the Jets are gonna get the upset here. And
Yeah.
notice how this is one of the only few games where nobody's favored to win because both teams are trash right now. So
Yeah. Uh, you know what would be hilarious?
yeah.
Hey, Dolphins, you guys should call me up if you want to get the media off you guys. Sign Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, oh yeah. Yo, yeah, because the media is already crucifying them for letting Tua play, right?
Yeah.
If they did sign Kaepernick, the media would be on them, but in a different way.
Like nothing would make the Tua almost dying on the field make up for it with the media by signing Colin Kaepernick. They'll forgive you for the fact that you threw a guy out there who should have been out there and almost killed him by signing Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I do agree with that.
But I got the Dolphins. The Jets are just so fucking bad. It's just like the Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater's not a bad backup. And are they going to the playoffs? Hell no.
Mhm.
But they'll beat the Jets because it's the fucking Jets.
All right.
It is what it is. The Steelers in Buffalo. Buffalo favorites win. Who you got?
Okay, so this is not as clear cut because the Bills have a lot of injuries right now. So
Yeah, Diggs is down. Their center's down. They're one
so
of
the
their
Bills are not the Bills of the beginning of the season now. The
yeah
Bills actually look beatable because a lot of their key pieces on defense and offense are gone and they're down with injuries. They look like they're suffering what we were suffering last year.
yeah.
So they're not the Bills of the same. I think this. I call this an upset. I think the Steelers are gonna. No, you know what? No, that's Mitchell. It's Mitchell Trubisky, right?
Probably yeah.
Yeah, no, Bills are gonna win just because I think Josh Allen by himself is probably enough to get him past Mitchell Trubisky. So I'm gonna have to go with the Bills, but it's gonna be a very close game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Buffalo too. Honestly, it's Mitchell Trubisky and Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's not anything special. I can tell. So it is what it is. So the Bills will win.
Yeah.
We got the Lions and the Patriots. New England favorite to win. Who you? I'm falling asleep just reading these matchups. There's nothing popping out here.
There really isn't anything popping out right now. But
Oh my gosh.
in this matchup, I got the Patriots winning because it's the Lions.
Yeah.
But if the Patriots manage to lose this game, somehow Bill Belichick is already a fucking fraud in my opinion, but he's going to be exposed as a bigger crap, overrated ass head coach. So, but I'm gonna still go with the Patriots because it's the Lions. I will never pick the Lions as favorite. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Yeah, this is a fact. If I'm gonna go with the Patriots too, but I'm rooting for the Lions, so I can just fucking make an overrated series on Bill Belichick. I've been waiting to do that, and this would be the perfect opportunity too.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll say I'm picking the Lions. I mean not Lions. I'm picking the Patriots unbiasedly, but I'm low key rooting for the Lions. But then we got the Browns. We have one of CEO's favorite teams, the Browns, and against one of CEO's favorite players, Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Who you got, CEO?
All right, so man, fuck you, by the way, and I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I mean, just by the way, my Justin Herbert being fucking vastly overrated is panning out. By the way, prediction: this motherfucker is vastly overrated, but I still think that he can get it done with the Browns because they don't have Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett is holding it down pretty decently, but he is a band-aid. He's not going to be able to take them to the distance. I think they're going to collapse eventually. So I'm going to go with the Chargers here, and I think Herbert alone should be enough to beat the Browns and Jacoby Brissett. But again, it could be a close game, and if the Browns win this game, the Chargers are fucking frauds, and I need the media to go ahead and roast them and give Herbert the treatment he should have been getting all along. So I'm gonna still go with the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Browns and an upset win. Honestly, I feel like Herbert's still injured. The Chargers, they've had some injuries, and I just feel like the Browns are just playing smart. They're running they have the best backfield in the NFL with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Jacoby Brissett's not a bad Band-Aid.
No, he's not, but he'll collapse eventually.
I'm not. I agree. Yes, he'll collapse, but just I can't trust the Chargers. I'm sorry. I just can't fucking.
Right.
The one win came against the Raiders. I mean,
right. And I hope the dick sucking calm the media and all these fanboys stop with the dick sucking, because right now Herbert and the Chargers haven't done shit since he's entered the league. So it is what it is.
I'm surprised he's getting more dick sucking than fucking Joe Burrow is.
Yeah, he is getting dick sucked more, and he's done less.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my pick. We got the Niners and the Panthers.
Whoa. God, this might be worse than last week.
Oh my! Oh yeah, at least this week, at least tomorrow, we're getting the Bills and the Ravens and the fucking Chiefs and the fucking Bucks
and the Giants and Bears.
I mean, that's not. I mean, I'm talking about from the national standpoint.
Oh yeah, because that is a shitty ass matchup nationally. But all right, as for the Niners and Panthers, this is the Niners are a disappointment. They look like a shit team. They drafted Kaepernick so they can go fuck themselves. Everything about this organization makes me sick. I think that this is the land of gay serial killers, by the way. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna still have to go with the fucking Niners, even though I fucking hate them, is because the Panthers are so fucking god awful with fucking Baker Mayfield, who's in discussions to get benched by when Sam Darnold gets back. That's how bad he's playing. So I'm gonna have to go with the Niners.
Yeah, I have to admit, Baker, I love you, man. Boomer Sooner. You brought me some great memories, but just as Jameis Winston, your career is over. It's over. I'm sorry. Ever since you lost to the Browns, I kind of were out on you because, I mean, you can't talk shit and then lose like that.
No.
So, and then the 49ers, I mean, let's be for real. You guys are not doing shit either, but I'll still pick you guys because you're less shittier team.
Yeah, but you're still shit, so don't get it twisted.
So it is what it is. We got the Eagles and Cardinals.
Okay, this matchup isn't horrible, right? It doesn't pop out. It doesn't stand out, right?
Yeah.
But it's not horrible.
Yeah.
Right? These are two teams that are supposed to technically be good, right?
Yeah.
So, they're both bird teams. They're both poverty ass bird teams. So I'm gonna have to this is tough. Because Cardinals Cardinals haven't been shit since D Hop got benched.
Yeah.
Right. So Kyler Murray isn't really shit without receivers at this point. But the defense is more of the issue with the Cardinals and Kyler Murray is though. And that defense is fucking trash. Eagles are on fire right now. But note the 3 games that they won are versus shitty ass teams.
Yeah.
So the Eagles could be pretenders, but they've been playing very well. But they could be pretenders. But I do want the Cardinals to lose so I can crack jokes on Awesome Kid and TRL. But the Eagles are a shitty ass team. But I'm gonna have to go with the Cardinals, and here's why. Right.
Yeah.
The Eagles' 3 wins are versus shitty ass teams. The Cardinals, I think, played versus 3 good teams for the exception of the Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Their losses were against the Rams and who else?
Patrick Mahomes.
So I can't really blame them for that, right? I mean, you're talking about 2 Super Bowl contending type teams. So their competition is vastly superior than the Eagles. So I feel like this is a situation where the Eagles had cupcakes and the Cardinals had killers, and when they meet, their Cardinals might be able to pull this one out because they're going to be slightly superior to the Eagles. Because I feel like if the Cardinals were in that division, they would probably be running shit right now. So I'm gonna go with the Cardinals.
Uh, oh man, I'm gonna be rooting like hell for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But I have to go with the Eagles. Just honestly, they just have more talent. And Cliff Kingsbury is an idiot. I just have like
Yeah.
he's a fucking idiot.
By the way, I'm rooting for the Eagles in this case because I want to shit on awesome kids, so I gotta go with them.
CEO is a Eagles fan. If you guys didn't know that, he had a
Nah,
Donovan
fuck out
McNabb.
of here, bro.
He had a Donovan McNabb jersey. He confirmed this.
Hey, just because it is what it is, but I'm not shitting on awesome kid is too glorious to pass up.
So I'm gonna be rooting like hell for the Cardinals. But with that being said, just the you can't put your stock in the Cardinals. I'm sorry. You just even the like, you just can't put your stock in the Cardinals with Cliff Kingsbury and the way how Kyler Murray's playing and with no D Hop.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think the Eagles are like on paper they're way better, right?
Yeah.
Hertz is technically playing MVP caliber, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost because the Eagles have been playing against cupcake ass teams. So I gotta see them against like real bigger teams. And not that the Cardinals are world beaters right now, but I think they're better than the three teams they played before.
That's
So
not really saying much. They're just as cupcake. I mean, like I'm sorry, they're just as cupcake. I mean,
so yeah. But
yeah, but I unbiasedly, and it hurts to say this as a Giants fan, I got to go with the Eagles. But I am rooting like shit for a awesome kid in TRL and the Cardinals. So it is what it is.
all right.
But we got the Cowboys and the Rams. Now, I don't know. Is this interesting?
It would have been if Dak was here. But
Yeah, definitely.
but they got Cooper Rush. And by the way, I'm gonna have to say this. Uh I mean, you're good at what you do with Lock, but get your head out of your ass, nigga. All right. The Cooper Rush not is like even starting that gay ass conversation about Cooper Rush is blasphemy. All right. So Cooper Rush ain't all that. He's a bum. All right. Don't get it twisted. And niggas Canadian football talent. Just because he beat Daniel Jones, who's another Canadian football talent. Don't he's not all that. So I'm definitely gonna go with the Rams. Cowboys ain't shit. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Yeah, be rooting for the Rams. I got the Rams. Just honestly, this Cooper Rush shit needs to go away. I honestly think they'll beat Washington because they're just Washington. I'm talking about the Cowboys for tomorrow's
Yeah,
matchup.
yeah.
And they'll be so high on themselves they'll lay an egg against the Rams. Like the Cowboys are known for doing laying eggs, in which I explained in my The Truth Hurts series starring the
Right.
Dallas Cowboys.
And when they beat the Commanders, the continuation of the Cooper Rush being a starter over Dak will continue, and that narrative needs to die as quick as possible because he's a bum.
Yeah, I mean Dak is top 15. Cooper Rush is not even top 100.
Cooper Rush is a backup. That's it. That's all he is.
A very good backup, but
A very good backup. Yeah, but he's a backup, right?
No, there's no quarterback controversy. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
The 8 o'clock game. The Bengals and the Ravens.
Okay,
Baltimore favorites.
This is the only good game. All
Now,
right.
I'm presuming that they'll both be 2-2, or no, one of these. Now, this game is kind of interesting. It seems like the Bengals actually got their head out their asses and started playing well.
Yeah, I mean, their two wins haven't been that glorious, to be quite frank with you. But
but once again, this is like not really an interesting matchup to be honest with you. But who you got, CEO?
Obviously, I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Ravens are gonna fucking slap the shit out of the Bengals. They got a vendetta, and they're gonna go out there with anger after all those filthy, dirty, disgusting Bengal fans. And the roster knows how much those disgusting Bengals fans have been talking shit, and they're gonna reap revenge against Joe Shitborough and the fucking Bengals at home. So Lamar Jackson is gonna continue playing well, and he's going to show why he should be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. So I'm going to go with the Ravens.
I'm gonna be ruling like shit for the Bengals because me and C will have our $200 bet.
Yeah.
But I have to go with the Ravens, honestly. The Bengals haven't looked that fucking impressive.
They haven't.
Now, this is also a week where the Ravens are coming off, I'm presuming, a loss against the Bills.
Uh, mm, I mean, I didn't know they were that banged up. The Bills. So that's going to be a much more competitive game than originally thought. By the way,
Yeah,
so
yeah, but I still got,
if they manage to win against the Bills, right?
yeah,
Which I said they were going to lose. By the way, all right, that was my prediction. I'm sticking to it, right?
yeah.
But if they manage to win, this is where they're going to go into into like a streak. I'm telling you right now, Lamar's going to get hot, and they're going to do bad things to the fucking Bengals.
Yeah, I mean Bengals. I mean you guys. Yeah, how did my man Jay Z say it? You started off. You had a spark, but now you're garbage. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Oh, had a spark when you started. Now you're garbage. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, last year, uh, you know, it is what it is. But I got the Ravens. But I'm rooting for the Bengals because I need my 200. And a Monday night game between the Chiefs and the fucking Raiders.
All right.
Are you
Why
fucking kidding
the
me?
Raiders should never be on prime time. They're cocksucking and they're fucking terrible. All right.
Go look up my Derek Carr video that just came out too.
The
But go ahead.
Raiders should never be on prime time. All right. That's just that should be a general rule. Like, but obviously I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. The Chiefs are gonna do bad things to the Raiders. The Raiders are trash. Derek Carr is one of the most overhyped pieces of trash I think I've ever seen in the NFL. Derek Carr is a backup quarterback.
Yes.
Very good backup, mind you, but he's a backup. So, versus Patrick Mahomes, who's a Hall of Fame type quarterback. So this isn't even questions. I'm not going to watch this game because it's a waste of my fucking time. I could be scratching my balls doing something much more productive than this. So I'm not watching this game, but I got to choose.
I just released a video on overrated starring Derek Carr, and I speak on Raiders and why your franchises are idiots. And I failed to mention, it really pissed me off that I failed to mention this, that you guys passed up on Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski to keep Derek Carr. I just want to remind you, Raider fans, that you guys passed up on Rob Gronkowski and Tom Brady for Derek fucking Carr.
Bro, I mean, you might as well go get a rope and find a bathroom after making that decision, bro.
Because that is beyond stupid. And you know what? You guys are gonna come into this game most likely 0-4, and the Chiefs, and you're gonna be 0-5 after this game because Mahomes is gonna. When's the last time you guys beat him in 2020? I mean, so it's been 2 years since you beat Mahomes. So
if for some reason the Raiders manage to pull an upset, Kansas City, you might need a rope too, and you might need to find a bathroom in McDonald's as well. So
find a bathroom, fill the tub up with water, get in it, put a toaster in it, and just do what you gotta do. Because Derek Carr is garbage. And Devontae Adams, you should be in that fucking tub too for calling this asshole a Hall of Fame when he has a record of 53-72.
Yeah, I can't believe they passed up on Tom Brady for that, bro.
And John Gruden, you should also be in that bathtub too for also acknowledging that dumb shit too.
Yeah.
Like if you were gonna fire John Gruden, don't fire him over emails. Fire him because he said he wanted to keep Derek Carr over Rob Gronkowski and Brady.
Yeah, fire him. Yeah, he should have been fired. Yeah, but it was over the wrong thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe this is karma. But that was dreadful. I'm not even gonna lie. That was fucking this.
I don't think there was. Yeah, this was definitely worse than last week.
Yeah, this was a horrible matchup. But yeah, man. But here's what people really show up. CEO, man. We've kind of talked about it last week. We're going to talk about it now. Are sports dying?
In general?
Yeah, just in general. The NFL, the NBA, we talk about it all the time. You know, the woke stuff, the rule changes, you know, the oversaturation of it, Disney being involved, the commissioners being spineless pussies, the players being idiots. Is sports dying, man?
I mean, yeah, I think for the most part, the viewership is not doing well. I mean, soccer is doing pretty well.
Okay, people
America.
have
And by the way, soccer is doing well because since it's country versus country usually, or I'll give soccer credit. They usually don't have a ton of men's soccer. Let me put that caveat in there. Usually don't have a lot of political bullshit, to be honest with you. So that's probably why, and it's international. But as for I think you're talking more about American sports, right? So
yes, football, basketball, baseball.
football's ratings are taking a hit, not only for obviously dumb political shit, but obviously just because they're just making bad business decisions in general. So they're going down. The NBA, not even to talk about the NBA, they don't even give a shit about their American viewers. So that's going down the toilet. Baseball is dying just because it's fucking boring. Okay, so that's been dying for a minute now. So I would say, um, yeah, I would say due to bad decision making, due to the fact that I think people are getting into different hobbies, because as you would know, a lot of industries apart from sports, a lot of industries such as gaming and all that bullshit, they seen a growth. A lot of games in general have seen a lot of people joining and shit, and that's probably because a lot of people who used to watch sports are looking for other forms of entertainment. So I do think I don't think it's ever gonna like die, but I do think it's taking a severe whooping due to bad decisions, and the media isn't really helping either. So they can, yeah, I would say generally yes.
Sports used to be way for people to sit down and watch and unplug from the world.
Yeah.
Now the simple fact that the world is coming into sports now
Mhm.
kind of sucks balls.
And by the way, that's why a lot of, like I said before, but I'll say it again. That's why a lot of a lot of games are increasing, right?
Yes.
Because they don't have politics and all they do is talk about games and sport and like what they're doing, and so a lot of people are looking for entertainment that has nothing to do with politics. So if you're in that industry, you're doing well. So
Yeah. But here's my thing though, is that let's just talk about it from let's talk about what we were talking about last week, but let's do it for all sports. The
mhm,
oversaturation. Football. You see
mhm.
what just happened to Tua, right? Do you see the
Yeah.
risk of Thursday night football? Now
Mhm.
do you want to do Friday night? Do you want to keep doing Saturday night? Do you want to have double headers?
Right, and we said this last podcast, right?
Yeah.
We said it before the two injury.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you going to continue to put double headers, thinking about Friday night football and all this shit when they can't even recover properly? Tua wasn't able to recover properly. Why? Like I said, the only way you're going to be able to continue doing this is if you make the sport already softer than it already is. Like that's the only way you're going to. And by the way, I just want to say this: it's not like the person who hit Tua like did it in such an egregious manner. Like
Yeah.
the hit wasn't. It didn't look like anything that special, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
It
it's
looked
just he was so rocky from the last hit that he took from the Bills game.
right, exactly. It's not like the hit was super. This isn't like a Vontez perfect situation here, right?
Yeah.
This is literally like a normal ass hit, but to a because of his injury, his prior injury, he wasn't supposed to be out there. He got injured. The NFL keeps virtue signaling about CTE, and obviously they don't give a fuck about it because they're not taking it seriously. They want more games. Guess what? Unless you're going to make this flag football, the players are going to get more injured. Why do you think we're seeing all these injuries, man? Like all these injuries are literally a product of the NFL doing double headers on Monday night. Thursday night was a fucking horrible idea. Like, and now they're thinking about more games. Like,
Yeah.
no, I mean this is like I said, bad business decisions.
Uh the NBA. Do you really need a playing tournament? I mean, come on.
They don't.
I mean, like, come on, NBA. It's like what? Like, I don't understand the NBA in their. First of all, the NBA, you have no team identities. When you think of Golden State, usually people say I'm a Curry fan. You think of the Lakers, I'm a LeBron fan. Uh, I don't fucking know who else. Portland, they're most likely a Damian Lillard fan. You have no sports teams rivalries anymore.
Right.
And number two, you're oversaturated as well too. So
Too many games. No one really watches before the All-Star game. They watch after the All-Star game. So
agreed.
they're suffering from the same thing that baseball is suffering from, too many games. And on top of that, they're just all that bullshit they're doing. It's just a bad business decisions. People like Adam Silver and Goodell are just bad for the sport.
Agreed. And then baseball, I mean, you're not really fucking relevant. So you haven't been relevant since fucking the steroid era. Which baseball, why are you so old school and anal? Just like let the assholes do steroids. Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
I mean, they still bitch about celebrations and fucking and people who do like batters who get home runs can't celebrate or do or look at the home run because it's disrespectful. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, baseball suffers from old ass rules from people. That's why their
Unwritten rules, by the way, too.
unwritten rules, right? And that's why your viewership is like your average viewership is like fucking 50. All right.
Who the fuck gives a fuck about baseball anymore?
No one, absolutely no one.
I mean, even football kind of loosen up on like celebrations and stuff.
Yeah, because they know that that's part of the game that gives entertainment. Baseball is just like, even though we're already boring, we're going to make it even more boring by not allowing the players to have, I don't know, swag or personalities. But no, we can't have that. You have to be robots playing an already boring game. Yeah, that's going to get great ratings.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. And I don't think baseball is boring. I think baseball is a thinking man's game, but it's just so.
No, baseball is one of those games where it's fun to play.
Yeah.
And yes, it can be entertaining to watch if you get into it, but it's not a sport where someone can just turn on the TV and get into it. It's not like that.
Yeah, you actually have to know the sport to actually watch it.
Right, exactly. You have to be
Like,
invested in it.
like football is a thinking man's sport, but football is so like explosive.
Right, I can just turn it on, not know shit about it, and just watch it. Like, I can turn on a random college football game and watch it. I don't think I can do the same with baseball.
Yeah. I mean, besides the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees, no one's really watching your game.
Nope.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like my thing is like back when baseball was popular and you had like Barry Bonds, who was a big personality. You had Sammy Sosa and Alex Rodriguez and Jeter. All these big personality guys. Wouldn't you think you want more big personalities? Now it's just everybody has to be a goddamn fucking robot and just respect the game of the sport. Man, fuck you. I piss on your game of the sport. That's why the most of your fucking viewership are in caskets, are going to be in caskets soon. So
yeah, and what I don't get is like you see the bad decision making that the fucking NFL and NBA is doing with the whole political shit. Like, why join in on them when you already have shitty ratings? Like, how brain dead you have to be to do that? Like, Manfred is such a fucking idiot as well.
yeah, it's stupid. And number two, let's talk about it. Let's just bring about it. Since you
All right,
brought up the woke shit,
all right.
can we just get over? Is woke still a thing? Like I remember like a few years ago, that used to be the most. Is it still a thing now? Like, do
Listen,
people still say hashtag stay woke? Like, come on.
listen. If you're woke, you're corny. All right, that should be the catchphrase because ain't nobody give like being woke. Being woke is like, and to be honest with you, it kind of has become more and more. I guess to use the term like out of fashion.
Yeah,
Like, it's not trendy as much as it used to because being woke before used to be so trendy. So it's becoming more and more corny. So
yeah,
I think that more and more people are more open about basically calling wokeness out. And if you notice, yeah, the leagues still want to be woke, but they have to tone it down more than they did back in previous years. Because right now there's not as much woke shit because people don't care about. Yeah, they'll have stickers on their helmets, right, or something like that.
Hmm.
but they're not doing like the shit they used to be now. The players aren't really speaking up all that much anymore. So the people have really answered. So they're not. I think that wokeness in a few more years, I think that people could be out of it completely.
I don't think so because we know what's gonna happen in a few more years. Trump will be running for
Oh,
president,
I forgot about that.
and we all know what's gonna happen there.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right.
So honestly, it's never gonna fucking die.
No, it's not. But I feel like people are going to start rebelling a lot harder than they were in previous years. So and they already are. Look at the ratings for American sports. It's fucking teetering off.
Like, I'm sorry, you can't sit here and tell me that you're so woke and you don't like for the NFL, you're woke, but you don't give a fuck about your players. Your players play the most physical sport and you pay them pennies. In the NBA, you sit here and say you care about equal rights, you love China. In fucking Major League Baseball, you probably love China as well too.
Yeah,
Yet you're all fucking woke. I mean, you guys are the most hypocritical people ever.
yeah. I agreed. Agreed, 100%.
And then now let's talk about something else.
All right.
You're becoming too global now. Now, people are not going to like this conversation, but you can't. Your base, specifically baseball and football, and hell, even basketball, the time, the majority of your fans are in America. When you get guys who can barely speak English, who are coming from this country,
Yeah,
that country, that's going to turn off a lot of American viewers.
yeah. Listen, listen. Here's the thing, right? A lot of companies go international, right?
Yeah,
And that works for some industries, right?
yeah,
For example, the food industry. McDonald's can open a fast food joint over here, and they can do it in India, right?
yeah,
The NFL can't. They won't have that same success, and here's why. McDonald's can customize their menu according to Indian, and according to what Indian people like to eat, right?
yes,
Like they'll have, I don't know, some kind of like curry concoction burger or whatever, some kind of curry burger or some shit,
yeah,
curry flavored burger. That shit wouldn't work here. That shit
yeah.
wouldn't sell, but it would sell over there. So they can customize their viewing experience. I mean, their eating experience towards different locations around internationally. They can do that. You can't really do that with the NFL. Like
You can't at all.
you can't customize the product for each country because each countries have different cultures. They have different of morals and values, different ways of viewing things. Like the NFL, like for the NFL was super successful because it was easy to market because it was for the American audience.
Hmm.
So now that it wanting to go international wouldn't work because, like, let's be honest, like, who the fuck would relate to watching football in fucking the UK?
No
or
one.
or who the fuck wants to watch a football game in France? Okay, yes, you'll catch your average expat living in France watching a football game, but for the vast majority of French people, they'll want to watch soccer. They're not going to give a fuck about football, and what that goes for every location. Same thing with Mexico. Like you're not going to be able to cater your sport that has been American based since its inception. Soccer's been different because it's been international since the start, but football hasn't. It's trying to grow internationally. People are not going to be interested in it because they're not going to be able to cater to the audience. They're going to have one sport, one size fits all, and that's just not going to work.
Yeah, it's like you like listen, no one cares about fucking like Americans want to see Americans, and I think I just passed it. There's a reason why fucking like you'll see now that Luca plays for like the German team or whatever, wherever the whatever the fuck this asshole's from,
Lithuanian,
Lithuanian team. Giannis plays for like fucking
Greece.
Greece team. Remember back when this was a thing? There's a reason why the Dream Team is so fucking popular
Mhm.
because they were the dream team for America. That's what Americans want to see. That's what made it popular. around the fucking world.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, patriotism is also dying in the U.S. So you got to keep that in
And
mind as
listen,
well.
I'm not the biggest like, oh, Patriots America. Yeah, I'm not the biggest like that, but there's some type of there's some type of resonance with that with American sports. When your whole base is like when you look at the NBA, the NFL, and baseball, it was all made in America. So of course there's gonna be patriotic values to it. But now you're like you get guys like fucking like Luca and Giannis, and then fucking baseball. You got guys like I don't even fucking know, like all these Japanese and Dominican guys who can barely speak English, and now the NFL is trying to hype up these Asian players and trying to go out to London and make a team out in London. It's like for what? That's killing your fan base and that's killing the sport value.
Listen, they're trying to be soccer. These because soccer's like, even though I don't like it, it's probably the most successful sport in the history of sports.
Yeah,
But they're trying to be something that they will never be. Soccer has had like roots all around the world, like for a long time. It's
since the beginning of time, to be honest with you.
you can't replicate that. You can't replicate that. Baseball, fucking football. All these are American sports that started here. Just like no one gives a fuck about soccer here. All right.
Yeah,
No one's gonna give a fuck about football anywhere else.
that's a fact. Now I know a lot of Spanish countries and some Asian countries like baseball, but it's never gonna be like America. Let's be for real. It's
No, it's
never
not.
gonna be like America.
No. For example, yeah, I think the Japanese like baseball a lot, but they're as a society, they're not really very sports oriented to begin with,
Yeah,
and Hispanics and Spanish people, they will never pick football or baseball over soccer. All right, that will never happen. So
never ever.
never. So, and the same thing with Europe, they will never pick football over soccer. That's not happening. So it is
They're,
what
they're
it is.
not picking any sport over fucking
I
soccer.
mean, fuck, even Africans aren't picking fucking football over soccer. Like what? It's like no, come on, bro. Just like this is a futile attempt to grab more money, and they're gonna fucking fail.
And I feel like the NBA is trying to be more international because
Hmm.
they have like a lot of fan bases
Hmm.
in like Asian countries, as we know. Europe doesn't really give a fuck about them. I don't know if any Spanish countries like basketball.
Hmm.
Uh,
Not really, no.
but it's
No.
like you're trying to be soccer, and hell, even like boxing and UFC. Those are like those are like sports that have roots, kind of like soccer, where it's
Right.
like
They've
you
been
can't be.
international since the start.
Yeah, it's like you can't like there's just some sports that are made to be domestic, and there's some sports that are made to be not domestic, and that's
Yeah,
okay. But
yeah,
you
that's
should
okay.
know your fan base.
Right. And yeah, agreed. It's just some at some point, bro, you gotta stop being greedy fuck. At some point you gotta stop being a greedy fuck. That's just my
Which leads us to our next point. Way too much greed in
yeah.
these sports now. Way too much.
Yeah.
I don't At this
This-
point, is it fair to say that sports just said, you know what, we really don't care about the viewership. We're making more money besides viewership. So we could do whatever the fuck we want. And if we lose viewership, we're still making the
listen,
same amount if we did have viewership.
listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm a capitalist. I love capitalism, right?
Yeah.
But if you sell your soul over capitalism, you sell your product, you make everything shit. It's just to try to try to earn an extra penny. You're a shitty ass person. Um, and that's what they're doing. They're basically taking the risk of devaluing their product, making the people who originally supported them from the beginning. It's fuck them because they're trying to earn an extra penny. And I hope they fucking fail. By the way,
Yeah. It's like, I don't understand the fact that you guys, I just don't get it. It's like maybe sports have said they want, I don't, you know what? Let's just take it here. Has sports, do they want to sell an agenda more than actually play the sport? Like, just when you look at it from just everything that we talked about, that's not a successful business. Whether going international, the woke shit,
mm-hmm.
being greedy, all the rule changes and oversaturation from it. Is it mainly just becoming, honestly, at this point, a TV show?
I mean, it's always kind of been a TV show,
Yeah, yeah,
but I feel like at some point they're getting the problem with the NFL and many of the sources. They're getting away from their roots, right? They're getting away from what made them special,
yeah.
and they're trying to be something they're not. And every time you do that, you end up falling flat in their face. What do you think? Like, I think the NFL had a Europe version before, and it fucking failed. Like, I
Yeah,
think,
they had the US some shit like that.
yeah, and it fucking failed. Now they want to keep on doing it, keep on doing. Newsflash: Europeans don't give a fucking shit about football. Like, I mean, for fuck's sake. But they
Yeah.
won't learn because they want to be international. They want to get more money. They're thinking globally. They're thinking if we can make the Europeans and the fucking Central and South Americans and Africans and Asians, if we can get all of them to like football just like the United States, we're going to make trillions of dollars. I'm like, okay, yeah, good luck with it. Really, good luck with it.
It's never gonna happen. Isn't like I just don't understand. Just honestly, just what is like I just don't understand sports. And let's just bring this up. Do you think they're doing this? And I didn't even think about this until now. Do you honestly think they're trying to be global because the person that owns them is global, aka Disney?
Um, yeah, I do think that has to do something with it because, like I said, Disney is a global company.
Uh-huh.
It's an international company. Yes, it can work. Disney has a product that can be international. They can change the language and edit out all the fruity shit that they put in the United States and put it out to the rest of the world. They can do that.
Yeah, yeah,
You
they
can't
can.
do that with football, bro. Like you can't do that. Like you can't. Well, how the fuck is you want to edit a live game?
Yeah,
Like
they do. Yeah.
it's fucking. You're not gonna like. It's just not gonna work, bro. You can make. Listen, the movies that Disney makes to the United States, right?
Mm-hmm.
They make them slightly different for Asia, right? They
Yeah.
they edit out. They change the language, obviously.
Yeah.
They edit out all the gay shit that we put in the United States because the Asians don't like it. So they
Yeah.
edit it out. Maybe they'll change some names so it'd be more Asian friendly. I'm not gonna call Tom. We're not gonna call Tom Brady fucking King Jong Chu over there in fucking China. We're not calling that so the Asians can feel better. Like that's not gonna work. It's not
Yeah.
gonna fucking work.
Like Tom Brady's a generic white like American name.
Right. Like you think the fucking Asians are gonna be like, let's go, Tom Brady. No, they don't give a fuck about Tom Brady. For all they know, he's an American cunt.
Yeah, like I mean, come on, bro. I mean, fucking it's just like I feel like now like let's be for real, Disney, they have control of ESPN, which means they have control of the NFL, the NBA, and baseball, because baseball's on ESPN too.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So now it's like, okay, we got the hold of these domestic games, and we can't bring our patriotic shit, the American patriotic shit, to America.
Yeah.
I mean, to like other countries.
Right.
So like, cause like no fucking Asian country wants to watch the American national anthem. They want to see like American pride and the American dream team.
No, imagine this, right?
Yeah.
This is the conflicting issues. Okay, they want to be. Let's say the sports league want to be woke, right?
Yeah.
And then you think, okay, they do a game in fucking UK. They do a game in Asia, and they wanted to kneel. You think that shit's gonna fly over there? When they do their fucking national anthem in Chinese or some shit, you think that the Chinese are gonna like them kneeling and care about Colin Kaepernick? No, they're gonna fucking swear at them.
No.
Listen, the UK, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had a game in the UK during the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. What happened? All those bitches stood in attention for "Oh, praise the Queen." That was the fucking anthem. Like it was about.
Are you being serious?
Yes, they all stood in attention for "Oh God, glory to the Queen," bro. But they came back to the United States and kneeled for the anthem, but they didn't do that shit in the UK. Come on,
Man. It's yeah, man. I mean, that's actually I never knew about that, but the simple fact that all you assholes.
imagine standing to glory, God, glory to the Queen. but kneeling to the anthem.
First of all, if the queen is somewhere in hell, okay, I just want to let it be known. The queen is a bitch. She's a cunt. She's an asshole. Just look up. I mean, you guys are shit on him. And listen, once again, I'm not the biggest American guy. I'm not the biggest patriotic. Yeah, it is what it is. But you stand up for. Why don't you kneel for the fucking England? Are you guys living in England now?
How do like they wouldn't kneel to a song that basically praises another country's monarch,
Yeah,
right?
it's like fuck out of here.
So, like I said, if they went to China, they can't do that. So this is what I'm saying: shit won't work. The NFL is literally contradicting itself in every single way by trying to spread itself internationally.
And like the simple fact, like I don't understand your point of just being. Is it just honestly Disney's telling them what to do at this point? Because that's the only thing I can honestly think of. Maybe Disney's running this run the strings behind the scenes and saying you guys have to be more global. So we have to cut out some of this American stuff. We have to oversaturate like Disney does with their fucking series, like Family Guy and The Simpsons, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to be greedy like fucking Disney is because Disney wants to buy everything.
Yep.
And maybe that's what's really happening.
I mean, yeah, it's at this point it's speculation regarding that, but it could be because like they have the broadcasting rights, they have contracts. I have no idea.
By the way, Disney also has I just learned this. They also have viewership of NBC and CBS.
Right. So yeah, they have all these broadcasting deals and licenses. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Disney is lobbying the NFL for it to become more international. I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
I mean, but what else makes like if you're like we can agree Roger Goodell's an idiot.
I mean, yeah, he's also a puppet for the owners, so the owners are
The
by default
owners,
retarded as well.
but just think of it like this: the owners and Roger Goodell, we can all agree that they're not the smartest people in the world. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but they would have to sit down and say why it's not the European League didn't work. The CFL's a fucking failure. Like they have to look and say we have multiple examples of American football, whether we chink it up like Canadian football or whether we do USFL or we do whatever. The London games are a failure, and bringing our fucking players to London is an absolute failure. Maybe we should pull back from being international, but they want to be more international. What other sense, like even they can see it, but maybe it's Disney saying you have to fucking do this because we fucking own you. We'll kick you off ESPN. We'll kick you off NBC. We'll kick you off of CBS. We'll kick you off of Fox. We'll have our media people stop talking about you. And same thing with the NBA. That's the only thing that honestly makes sense to me.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard to predict what's going on, but they do have a lot of influence with the NFL, so it wouldn't be outlandish to assume that they're definitely pushing for some kind of international push to boost their ratings.
I mean, when you look at college football, I mean that, and then granted, college football is on ESPN and stuff like that. They're not trying to be more international, and I heard they have they have better ratings than the NBA. When you look at boxing, now granted, boxing is international. They're not doing all this dumb shit. UFC, they're on ESPN. They're not trying. I mean, granted, they are international, but they're not trying to do all this dumb shit. But it's just the sports that are American tie or American, like baseball, like football, like basketball. Like, isn't it funny how they're the ones doing all this dumb shit when it's not working? To be honest with you,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that it's definitely it's always a possibility. To be honest with you.
By the way, this kind of when did you remember? I don't know if players still do this, but I find it isn't it ironic how majority of these players when they win the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals or the fucking what's the name the the World Series, they always go to Disney World, like that's like their big promotion now.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
when
We'll
did
go to Disney World.
When did that start?
I mean, it's a deal that Disney has with the NFL.
But that's my point, though.
Right.
That it leads it even more into it. It's like, hold on, because that honestly, that kind of ringed into my head. thinking of this Disney shit. Because I honestly feel like Disney plays a bigger part than what they're seeing now. Because it's just honestly where I'm just thinking about it is that you can't like there comes this point that greediest motherfucker has to sit there and say, okay, that's not working. We have plenty of examples of it not working. Let's stop. So the greed thing doesn't work. It's not ratings wise, it makes no sense. People are not watching. It's like and it's like how much can you sell out for more money? And how much money can you get from doing something that's not working? Unless there's a bigger company saying you have to fucking do this. Let's be for real.
Here,
Disney's a bigger company than the Major League Baseball, the NFL, and the NBA all combined.
here's
It's
the
not
thing,
even
right?
close.
Here's the thing. The NFL kind of wants to copy a little bit what the NBA is doing, right, with the
Yeah,
international thing. But here's the thing. For the vast, okay, here's the thing. The NBA is beholden to China, right?
yeah,
But and this is the only way it'll work, right? The NBA is beholden to China and the Chinese government. For the vast majority of people, the Chinese people do not give a fuck about basketball.
yeah,
All right, this is what happens. The government of China says, "Listen, we'll make sure that you get a ton of ratings, right? Because we'll broadcast it over in China and make it a priority with our citizens because we all know how dictatorial the Chinese government is.
mm-hmm.
So they basically take a cut from China, and all they have to do, China will keep giving them a shit ton of money. Nike, like for the same thing with the Nike deals. This is why Nike is beholden to China. China will give them a shit ton of money, but they have to push Chinese propaganda onto the U.S. population.
Yeah,
And this is not some kind of conspiracy theory. This is actually true.
mm-hmm.
Like China, China. This is why you can't talk about the Chinese in America in the NBA. Look what happened to that fucker from the Houston Rockets.
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey. Yeah, you can't talk shit about China, but they will continue to talk shit about America. It's all part of the deal. This is why when you have American sports and it goes international and it gets to people like China because it like NFL will eventually get to China.
Yes.
Like they will. This is how it works. Chinese will give you a shit ton of money. The Chinese will single-handedly make sure that your league is profitable by itself. But in return, it's going to want you to propagate its propaganda, and it's going to want you to never speak ill about its politics.
And you brought up another company. Maybe Nike's also pulling the strings too, because once again, Nike is bigger than the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball combined, and they all have contracts with the NFL. So maybe it's Nike and Disney telling them to be more worldwide. Because let's be real, Nike's worldwide.
Right, Nike is worldwide, and they get a shit ton of money from countries like China and other international countries. So this is why they want to push it there. To be honest with you,
Maybe that's why baseball wants to have more Asian players. Like
yes.
maybe it all makes sense that Nike and Disney are just pulling the strings, and they're
Listen,
in you know
mhm. People talk about like all this glorious woke shit that Disney does, right?
yeah,
Do
and
we
like
do we honestly think that Disney actually genuinely cares about all the bullshit it shows the United States audience?
no, but they're pushing an agenda.
They're pushing the agenda, right? But that same bullshit, that same all that movies they put to the Chinese audience, they will never put all the bullshit that they give us, right?
Yeah,
Why? If they cared so much about it and they were so firm about their position, why is it when they ship off their movies to China, they cut all the bullshit out and just give them the movie?
yeah. So didn't they like edit something like they took like the black guy off of Star
Like
Wars?
in Lightyear, right? Like
Yeah,
the Lightyear movie, they edited out the gay kiss scene.
yeah.
When they gave it to us, but internationally they cut it out. When the Saudis watched it in the fucking Middle East over there, they cut it out. They literally took it out of the movie. So are they really pillars of morality of wokeness as people claim them to be? Or are they just selling or are they just being prostitutes and selling themselves out?
Well, I mean, let's be for real. Nike and fucking Disney, fucking maybe they have connections to China and all these other countries, and they're
Nike does.
telling and they're
Nike
telling to poison us.
Bro, Nike does have connections to China. You know why? Because when LeBron, this is specifically why LeBron does not talk shit about China,
Mhm.
because the Nike deal. China sells a shit ton of LeBron shoes. This is
Yes.
why the moment if China told what's it called, Nike, we're done with you because LeBron's talking shit. We will never sell LeBron shoes here again. They lose billions of fucking dollars just off LeBron alone. This is exactly why you have fuckers like John Cena who fucking go on fucking broadcasts, speak Mandarin like a cuck, all right, apologizing because the Fast and Furious movies and all the movies they do, they lose billions of fucking dollars because China literally tells them, you speak bad about China in any way, shape, or form, we will cut you off. You will lose billions of fucking dollars if you dare cross us. If you speak anything, your actors can't talk shit. Your movie can't talk bad about China, and we want you to propagate certain political views to your U.S. audience. Only then will we give you billions of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When Daryl Morey came out supporting Hong Kong, there was no we stand with Daryl Morey. There was no be more than an
Oh,
athlete.
oh,
So I mean, why would you pick? Like, I mean, Daryl Morey's now with the Houston Rockets, which the Houston Rockets are the most popular team in China. So,
exactly. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Nike, whatever China says, Nike does. Simple as that.
I mean, it's a fair point because let's be for real. I mean, it's funny how they shit on America, but they love China though.
Right. Yes, because China literally runs. Nike has a lucrative relationship with China. Disney has a lucrative relationship with China. A lot of the film industry, Hollywood, has ridiculous, lucrative deals with China. Why do you think there's a lot of movies in the United States that flop, right?
Yeah,
A shit ton of movies that are ass. Why do you think we get constant movies that suck balls and they keep producing shitty ass movies? You know why? Because they don't suffer the consequences. Because the United States audience might not watch that bullshit and shitty ass movies, but guess what? They ship it off to China and flip a billion. They make $1 billion just by sending it off to China. Simple as that. This is why we continue to get shitty ass entertainment.
yeah, it's a fact. I mean, I yeah, maybe we just answered our own question now. Maybe
Yeah, and this
sports is
isn't a
dying.
conspiracy. By the way, this isn't. This is literally proven. This is 100% proven.
Yeah,
This is
we all know the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball have their balls snapped by Nike and Disney. We just know that for a fact.
yeah, it's a fact. Yeah,
We just know that for a fact. And we all know Disney and Nike cater to fucking China and all these other countries. We know that for a
yeah. Listen,
fact.
China is waging, and this is again, this is fact. Like this is not a
Yes.
conspiracy theory. I know it sounds like it to people who are ignorant. This sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's not. This
Yeah.
is literally fact. Um, there's a reason. Literally, China wants to poison U.S. culture. This is known. The
Yeah.
the Chinese. This is how the Chinese want to destroy us within. They want to poison U.S. culture. Why do you think that they develop applications like TikTok and they basically make sure it's super popular in the United States? TikTok is such a big thing, right? But
Yeah. But it's not allowed over there though.
it's banned in China. Guess what? They have their own like version of TikTok where they censor and filter everything. So all they get in Chinese TikTok is a bunch of cat and dog videos. But here we get a bunch of yellowed hair, blue haired freaks talking about how you should change your 3-year-old child into a fucking girl. Like this is literally done by design by the Chinese government. They're literally trying to poison U.S. culture. They use the media companies like Disney, and fucking manufacturers and clothing and influencers. They do all this shit to poison U.S. culture, and they even buy out a lot of our politicians. But a lot of dumbasses do not understand this. They think it's conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. This is literally fact. This is what's happening.
Here's my question for all the people who are going to say this is conspiracy. What's your example? Why do you think sports is dying? Because I mean, just all the lists that we just named, just in let's also keep in mind Nike is the best economy in all of the world. That's just a fact. It's way better than the U.S. It's better than any Europe country. It's better than any Asian country. It's better than any Spain. That's just a fact. They have the money, which means if they have the money, they have the power.
Yeah.
So why not fuck over everybody else in every other country when you can do it? If you don't have to go to war, like war is the last result to anything. Like
Right.
brute
Yeah.
force is the last result to
Listen.
anything.
Yeah.
So if you could do it with mind tricks and with money wise, you're gonna fucking do it, and they can do it.
Right. Like war. Like listen, physical war would be horrible for the Chinese. Right. It depletes their resources. It hurts their fucking economy. Why the fuck are they going to do go to war? No, they're going to poison the culture. They're going to destroy within. We literally have Chinese spies sleeping with our politicians. By the way, this isn't a fucking again conspiracy. This is literally documented. It's been released. There was like a fucking Chinese spy named Fang Fang who slept with like a U.S. congressman. Like this is their plan. This is literally what they're fucking doing.
Yeah, that's a whole fact. I mean, like, come on now. I mean, it's just honestly, it's just you can't think of anything else. You can't, so our whole result is that maybe Nike and Disney are just, or matter of fact, would it shock you if they say, hey, China, China goes up there and say, put all this gay shit, all this faggot shit in these Disney movies for America, but cut it out for ours.
Yeah, the Chinese literally say you will not. Well, this is 100% confirmed. The Chinese tells Disney that they will not permit homosexual like activity in their movies, right?
Yeah.
So if Disney makes homosexual things like the Lightyear movie where they had a kiss or something, China, and not only China, countries like the Middle East and Saudi Arabia, right? They will
Mhm.
literally say, cut that shit out. If you don't cut that shit out, you won't get the billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars that you would make over here. And guess what? Disney happily cuts it out, puts the normal quote unquote version and gives it to them. And they basically all that we love LGBT, we love inclusion, all that shit is a lie. It's a fucking lie. They don't give a fuck about that. They're selling the United States audience out in favor of fucking China because that's where they get the most of their money from. To be
And
honest,
maybe and people and for all the people who are going to be like, oh, why would China want to do that? Why do they care? Well, they don't like America because we're not communists. Majority of these countries are communists. We're a democracy, as to so-called put it. But that's what they want. They want a
yeah,
They want to turn America communist.
and it's not only that. It's listen, the U.S. and China are rivals. Okay,
As a
if
fact.
the Chinese want to be on top of the world, like because right now the United States is technically on top of the world, right?
Mhm.
The China wants that spot. They will do like trust me, countries, even the United States, have done a lot of fucked up shit throughout the world just to literally garner more power and influence throughout the world. This isn't conspiracy. This is a fucking fact.
Yep.
Like this is literally what countries and governments do. They want to garner more power throughout different regions of the world. Like what happens if the United States didn't exist and you leave China up to its own devices? It would first of all it would take Taiwan completely.
Yeah.
It would take over like the whole Asian fucking region in general. Like, why do you think before pre-modern, like pre our modern history, what did fucking civilizations do back in the fucking 1500s? Back in the fucking even further than that, all they did was grow. Look at Alexander the Great. What did he do? He wanted to dominate the world, right?
Hmm.
He literally owned half the world. This is what governments do. Like just because we don't live back in the time where we had warlords and fucking queens and shit, that doesn't mean that current governments don't want to own as much countries as possible. This is literally what governments do. This isn't like just look at history, bro.
Yeah, it's a fact. Like they're doing this, and by doing this, that's why to bring this all around because we did go on a tangent, but it is a podcast. That's why sports is dying. It's
Yeah, that's what
because
this is on. By the way,
sports is just another agenda to pollute our fucking to pollute the kids and pollute everybody else to pollute American culture.
yeah, and we did go off on a tangent, but that's basically just to connect all the dots. so people understand
Yeah.
why sports is in the position that it is right now.
Yeah, just honestly, because we're thinking of it, and it's just like we can't. This is the only logical thing we can think of, honestly.
I mean,
Like,
sports is part of the entertainment industry, and the entertainment industry, as I already stated, is corrupted. So
yeah, sports is the entertainment. It is a TV show, to be honest with you.
yeah, it's an entertainment, right?
But it is what it is, man. But wow, that was actually a good conversation. Now,
Yeah.
is there anything else you want to say?
No, I think we said everything we need to say.
But the sum up the whole thing, fuck China, fuck all these other countries. Honestly, fuck sports. To be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah, and fuck the audience too.
Yeah, you talking about our audience?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, fuck y'all too, man. You guys are all Chinese spies, anyways. But this is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, man. Tune in, man, and leave comments, man. Give us some topics you want us to do.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
if you try to call me conspiracy theorist, I will roast you in the comment section. By the way, just to let you know that.
we're not conspiracy theorists. We're just giving out opinions. It's just like a conspiracy theorist is like someone like who I don't know. At least we're giving out facts. Like it's a whole like you can't sit here and Nike in China and Disney have connections to China. That's just a fact.
Yeah, nothing that I said isn't untrue. By the way, this is literally
Nike has connections. Like all the fucking sports apparel you wear is all by Nike, which is in the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. Disney owns all the fucking networks that the the NFL, NBA, and Major League Baseball are on. Those are all just facts.
yeah,
So we can just connect dots.
right, pretty much.
It's not like we're saying the lizard people took over China and now the fucking lizard people are taking over Disney, and then Rihanna's lizard head ass is gonna fucking do a fucking ritual on how the halftime show and shit. Like it's not like that. So
yeah, right, exactly.
fuck all of you. Yeah, fuck the audience. But yeah, that's it, man.
All
Peace
right,
out.
peace out, man.